Hi, I'm Sean Waterman and you're watching CyberScoop TV. Today we're here at the Black Hat Hacker Conference in Las Vegas, and I'm joined by Ludwig, who is the CTO of the Global Cyber Alliance. Andre, welcome to Vegas.
Thank you.
So, Global Cyber Alliance is a non-profit that works with law enforcement and tech companies all over the world. You have got a DNS project, a domain name system, and let me just explain for our viewers that the domain name system is like the traffic signage on the internet. It's how your computer gets to the web pages that you want to look at.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yeah, another good way to think of it is the telephone book of the internet.
Right.
Translating a domain name into an IP address.
Okay. So what is the project that you're launching in November?
Yeah, so we have actually at GCA partnered with Packet Clearinghouse, who's one of our infrastructure partners for this project, and 18 security vendors from threat intelligence, antivirus industries, and incident response industries to build a global, anycast, open recursive DNS infrastructure, and that's just fancy jargon for free DNS service. And what we're doing with that DNS service is we have a concept of high privacy. So people who use the system will not have their source IP logged. So we have no ability to really know who's using the system and who's asking these questions of the system. So on top of the high privacy, we also are including all of that threat information that we're getting from the security industry, and we're funneling it into this platform to do blocks to malicious infrastructure. So individuals who use the system have essentially a free security blanket kind of wrapped around them. So if it's a known malware command and control server or a phishing domain or an exploit site that the security industry is aware of, we would simply not allow access to that domain in a seamless manner and fashion. So it's a brilliant opportunity to kind of build this collective knowledge and leverage it for a positive outcome.
So if I'm using this now, and would I be able to as an individual, or would my ISP have to sign up for this?
So we partner with some ISPs. We're in some discussions with them to leverage the system. We've had lots of large organizations, companies, state and local governments, national governments use their system, and there's a tremendous amount of flexibility, right? So you can have an ISP that runs their DNS infrastructure and they simply forward the DNS queries into our infrastructure as the last step. Or you can have people who just use it directly, so they configure their machines or their endpoints to just use our infrastructure. So there is some flexibility or fluidity in how you leverage the system.
And it basically provides a blacklist of known bad IP addresses.
Domains, yes.
Domains, yeah. Right. So what would I see then if if I'm a computer user and I have configured my DNS lookup to use your system, or my ISP is using it? What will I see when I try and go to payyourtaxbilloff.com or whatever?
So right now, since we're still kind of in a beta phase, so we have about 400,000 endpoints using the platform now, which is pretty good. We have 18 DNS clusters across the globe, some in some far off places like Kathmandu, Nepal. So we do have some pretty good global coverage right now. We haven't finished everything that we want to do. So right now what we do is we essentially return an NX domain response, which is the technical version of this domain does not exist.
Okay.
So that is the most accurate means of blocking access to a domain. So we don't redirect to a server farm or a splash page. We do plan on, and we're investigating, building browser extensions and other things that can leverage an API that we've already built, and you can check out on the website, where you can type in a domain and it will tell you what threat feed blocked that domain or views that as being malicious.
Okay.
So right now we do have a basic ability to provide that feedback, but moving forward we want to try to be a little bit more seamless and make it a little bit easier for people. So that could be a browser extension, that could potentially be a redirect to an anonymized server farm that says, hey, this is the splash page, this is the threat, here's some information about the threat, here are the vendors that said this is a threat, so we can kind of share that information with the end users.
That's great. And this is all coming online in November?
Correct. The public release will be in November. That's when we will publish the IP addresses for anybody to be able to use and configure at that point in time. Right now we are doing a kind of a controlled expansion just as a beta test to test all the infrastructure and test our development work. So if organizations are interested, they can contact us on the website and we can get them.
And just give the web address.
Sure. For that project, it is dns.globalcyberalliance.org.
Thanks very much for your time, Andre. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
You too.
And you can see more of us on our webpage, cyberscoop.com, or our YouTube channel.